we've been talking about Soldier Boy's attack on Kimiko, but we gotta talk about Soldier Boy's attack in New York City.
Yeah,
he listens
absolutely.
to Russian music and then he loses his mind, destroys a building, kills like 30 people. This man is unhinged.
Yeah, it's nuts because now we have this big question, right, Rob, of is this kind of a trigger for him where if he hears Russian music, or do we know if it's just Russian people talking in Russian? Like, what is the trigger for this blast?
It seems like PTSD.
That too, and obviously in the beginning of the episode, we saw Mother's Milk watching that torture video, basically, of how they kind of, tested him and added things to him. They were shooting a machine gun in his mouth and all this crazy stuff to see how durable he was. I don't think, obviously, that blast was something he originally had, right? We saw the flashbacks. That wasn't something he was using. But we also saw later on, when he finally gets to Crimson Countess, Rob, he uses that blast, and it seemed like he controlled it. And there was no Russian music, no, speaking going on. So where are we in the spectrum with him where it's a trigger and or he can now control it, or is he just a fast learner?
I think it's an unfortunate situation of it's both. It's having your cake and eating it too. It's one, he can control this ability because he's a soup. He walks around. I mean, Huey says when he took V, he just knew how to do it instinctively. So I think superpowers.
He clenched his butt or whatever.
Yeah, whatever he explained it. I think it's just one of those things. Once you have it, you instinctively, your body knows how to use it and activate it. But I think the attack in New York, much like the attack on Kimiko, the trigger responses to PTSD. Like you said, we saw him get tortured, annihilated, all this different kind of stuff. You hear the music, and then, I mean, he's been like frozen and tusted, and like he's been in the stew for God knows how many years. Yeah. So his mind is definitely not straight either. So hearing all this made him just lash out and freak out. What I thought was really interesting, I guess, to say about that was the fact that Butcher kind of like just served her up on a platter, like tied her down to a chair and allowed him just to melt and obliterate her because she didn't save him. She hated him. She didn't love him. She didn't even do it for money, which I thought was one of the coldest things ever. I was like, oh, they didn't even pay you? You just left him there? Like, he's done? Goodbye? Like, you didn't think this would come back to get you? And by the way, Seth Rogen doing...
amazing.
Doing the porn with them.
Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you for bringing it up. The Seth Rogen scene and the legend scene. Paul Reiser's everywhere right now. Stranger Things. Now he's here. Love that character as well. Basically used to be the guy who controlled all the Vought heroes before it got corporate and knows all the secrets. So, like Soldier Boy's back in his suit. Jensen Ackles made his greatest, deep voice impression. I'd love to see him and The Witcher go at it and Henry Cavill just speak in deep baritones. But he comes in and he's a broken man still, right? He finds out that his girlfriend, who he even says to her, the whole time I thought you were going to save me. That's what kept me going. I thought you were going to come get me. And to find out that she basically was the one who shipped him off and was like, I hated you. We all hated you. Clear parallels to Homelander.
Yes.
We see this guy just obliterate her. And to answer your question, Rob, yes, we know where Butcher stands on this, right? He said it earlier. All of them need to go. Every single superhero needs to go, which, as we know, Maeve is a soup helping them. Annie is a soup and Huey's girlfriend and helping them. It's going to be a crazy shit show going forward.
I think by the time we have to worry about Maeve and Starlight being killed by Butcher, it's like all the other guys are dead. And they're the last ones left. I don't even think we need to worry about them being endangered by Butcher. But I do think we need to worry about Huey and the rest of, I guess, the Vought people being endangered by Butcher, because Butcher made this deal with Soldier Boy, and I don't know if it's actually going to pan out, right? It's like they want to do a team up, which I was great that he used that verbiage. Yep. And they're like, all right, we want to kill Homelander. I don't know if Soldier Boy even cares about Homelander, but from Homelander's point of view, it seems like Homelander is worried that Soldier Boy is here, and he knows that it's Soldier Boy. Yeah. And I don't know what kind of interconnection they have there. And also, Soldier Boy doesn't age just like Stormfront, so obviously there's some other Vought thing going on here. Yeah. I'm sure there's more secrets that we don't know that are going to get revealed soon. And I think that's moving us forward. The Boys is doing a very good job, but here's crazy messed up action scenes. Here's crazy messed up death. But all the secrets is why you keep staying tuned. And I want to know this Soldier Boy Homelander connection that's obviously there.
There's a huge connection there, and there's a huge connection in the comics that I will not spoil for you guys.
Oh, okay. So there is one.
There is definitely a connection between Soldier Boy and Homelander.
Okay.
And who knows, we may get some of that on the next episode, which is The Island. Get ready.
So
hold your Bibles and rosaries, people.
Do you think we're going to find out their connection in this season?
I do. Okay. I think this is the Soldier Boy season. It's going to be interesting to see how they almost get Soldier Boy to do this for them, right? Because without Soldier Boy, there is no plan for Homelander.
Correct.
Whether it's killing him with that blast or depowering Homelander with that blast and then killing him, that's their only option at this point. So that is the biggest question. How do you control Soldier Boy to get you to do, plan A here? This is the target.
I don't know. Maybe there's just so many moving parts.
Take him to the island. That's how you get to control him.